Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. All right, so we should be live. Feel like everything sounds good. All right. Yeah, so Pokemon Day, obviously they announced a lot, especially Gen 10, so that's freaking exciting. Um, we playing Leaf Green. This is like the Pokemon that I grew up with. Um, I had a Game Boy Advance. I absolutely loved. I actually never played the Leaf Green version. I played Fire Red. So I have to make sure I went Leaf Green this time. Various buttons with. Oh, yeah. Come on. I'm just gonna skip through all that. What up, Oak? Nice to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Other imagine like a world where like people just didn't know what Pokemon was, and this is like their first Pokemon game, right? Like back in the '90s. That's kind of crazy. Like I was born into it, you know. Like my brothers had Pokemon. I knew what Pokemon was like from birth. First, tell me a little about yourself. Now tell me, are you a boy? Yeah, we're gonna go boy. Come on, now. I feel like we gotta call ourselves Red, right? Or do yeah, we'll just go with Red. Right, but since you both were babies, should I call myself Green? That's weird. We'll say Ash. No. Legend is about to unfold. The world of dreams and adventures. Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Wait, hold on. What up, Mom Dukes? Right, all boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Oh yes, Professor Oak next door was looking for you. God damn. What did they say next door? It's like down the street type stuff or down the block. Not really next door. What? It's only right. Gramps isn't around. And we gotta look at them, right? Was it like they wanted us to leave? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's what it was. Yeah, yeah. Weird if that's the way they would have told you to do things. weird that he's, you know, not there's no nepotism here type stuff. Spoiler, I'm gonna go Bulbasaur, but I kind of want to see the sprites. Like, I don't know. Gen 1 like starters are like they're so good. Minus honestly, Charmander I think is the weaker looking out of the three. I know people prefer Charmander, but and like spoiler alert, like if you guys never played Gen 1, Charmander's like hard mode. Just because you're gonna have to go through Brock and Misty, which is like ground and or rock and water. Bulbasaur is kind of easy mode because you could, steamroll those first two. I always feel bad for that little Squirtle, just like left there. I wonder if anyone ever takes him. Wait, Red, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Bring it, sucker. You've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? There's always like that startup to a Pokemon game that's like it takes you some time, right? But I feel like in newer modern Pokemon, it's like so drawn out. Hmm. Well, GG's. Oh man, I didn't know you. I forgot you paid them money. Is that how it is in modern Pokemon? I don't think so. He may not look like much as crazy to say. Dun, 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 dun. What up, homeboy? We're at one. I think it's like what Caterpie and Pidgey you can catch here. Rattata. Oh, Rattata too. Oh, I forgot Rattata's a Pokemon, to be honest. Ooh, shoot. That's kind of crazy that I think they deal that much damage early on. Because I remember playing Sword and Shield, and it was just like I don't know. You can survive a lot longer than that. You know, out there in the first area. I think I just walk straight to the second area. I feel like they just had like Pokemon design so well in that first gen, man. Like even Rattata, like Rattata is nothing crazy, right? But like even Rattata's pretty kick ass. House, let's see. There's like the shortcut where you don't fight Pokemon like that. I like the when the Pokemon trainers meet you early on, they're like, "Hey, we caught eyes. Now we battle." Imagine if that was like, like, "Hey, you looked me in my eyes. We must fight now. Our dogs must fight." That's Jesus, Pokemon. Oh, and then welcome to our Pokemon Center. I always love this sound effect. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, you came from past. We know you. I don't know. I guess I just feel like Gen 1, like they had stuff working, I think slightly better. Because like again, it's not so formulaic, at least in my opinion. Like maybe I'm crazy. But I feel like even like replaying it, I'm like a little shocked. I'm like, oh, you had me backtrack all the way back? Right, deliver Oak's parcel. We're battling again or what? The Pokédex. I wonder how far the rival got so quickly. Back. Ah, dude, Pokemon, man. It honestly feels good to be back in a Pokemon world that I like. Unfortunately, I don't like the newer ones as much. I should say as much. Pidgey, you're coming with me. But yeah, never mind. I was gonna say I feel like like Y or X should be used as like a quick throw Pokeball button, but I forgot Game Boy Advance. You only had like two face buttons like that. Ah. Bam, bam, bam. I could take another tire. Boom, boom. There we go. I wonder if I'm gonna build for like my team. Like because all right, the first team I remember vividly. The first team was like Charmander, you Pidgey, you evolve Caterpie to Butterfly, because Butterfree, because Butterfree can learn Psychic. Um, ah, Lapras, I want to say, because you always try to mix it up. Rattata is one of those Pokemon. You get rid of Rattata, keep Pidgey because Pidgey can learn Fly. I feel like Lapras is the one I learned Swim for you. I always loved Taurus. I don't know why. I thought Taurus was pretty cool, and like, Nidoking. Well, like, so you get the Nidoran, and I remember I got Charmander, right? And then you run into the the first gym, which is super effective against pretty much every Pokemon you catch at that point. So you have to grind. The like cheat code was you get Nidoran, you make sure it's a male. Well, I guess it didn't matter if it was male or female. I don't know if that mattered. For me, it mattered because I wanted, you know, Nidoking over Nidoqueen. but you get Nidoran, and then you train him until he learns Mud Kick. It was like a ground move, and that was super effective to the rock types. So like, but I remember just having to grind that out, man. Well, I mean, I guess like maybe it's probably like looking like back, maybe it's not as much of a grind. But I feel like at the time I was like, damn, this is a grind. I should have bought potions while I was up there. I guess I have Leech Seed. Oh shit, I didn't need to use Leech Seed again. That's stupid. Bulbasaur are so cool, man. Bulbasaur works so well. Like, I feel like it doesn't get as much love as Squirtle and Charmander does, or even Pikachu for that matter. Like, obviously Pikachu's like the mascot of the brand, but like, I feel like Bulbasaur, even in the animes, like Bulbasaur was such a cool guy because he was kind of like he wasn't like an asshole. Like Charmander ended up becoming an asshole, right? Like Charmeleon, Charizard, assholes. As much as we like love them to this day, fucking buttholes, man. Like after all Ash did to get Charmander, into a safe place. You find him in the rain, he needs help, etc. And you help him out. Like that's, for him to repay that by not like, I don't know. Eventually Charizard like steps up and becomes like that guy for Ash, especially in like the movies. Like damn, like I forgot what movie it was where like, or was it? Yeah, it was like one of the movies where like Ash is getting pummeled, and then out of nowhere like Charizard just comes from forever, from like the like island of Charizards wherever Ash left him, right? Because Ash would do that thing where he would just like leave his Pokemon everywhere. Like we're just like, dude, this whatever. I don't know. Like I guess the idea is that like they want to be happy other places. I don't know. It is what it is. But like Charizard would just come out of nowhere in the animes, like from like wherever Ash went, like he just had this sixth sense that like Ash was in trouble, which is like kind of cheesy, kind of stupid, but it was always dope when like Charizard, because Charizard became a character, right? And I think that's what like why Charmander kind of separates himself from like Squirtle and Bulbasaur a little bit more, was just he was a character in the anime, just like Pikachu is a character, just like Meowth is a character, like Charizard was a character, and as much as like again Bulbasaur or Squirtle, they had personality for sure, but like they weren't individual characters in that regard, I guess. Especially like as Bulbasaur grew up, like, no, he never evolved. He refused to evolve, so he just kind of stays Bulbasaur. And if what happened to his Squirtle? I don't know what happened to his Squirtle. Yeah, but his Squirtle was cool for sure. I don't remember if he ever turned. I don't, because I don't remember Ash ever having a Blastoise. All right, we gotta catch this Bulbasaur. There, this Rattata, and there's oh yeah, I just gotta catch her. Damn, there's no Caterpie here. Caterpie was in the next, where it's like the forest place, I guess. You know what's crazy about the? What's crazy about Pokemon that I guess I just caught right now, which is obviously like part of the lore, is it's so comfy. It's so like home meal, because like I just realized right now that I was just doing this loop of like going back and forth, like low-key grinding without realizing I was just grinding, like not what I was trying to do. I kind of just wanted to make sure I caught Pidgey and Rattata before I left this area, which for this time around I don't think I'm gonna keep either of them. Um, just I don't know. I don't think I'm ever gonna catch, or I'm gonna keep any of them right now. Just because I always keep Pidgey, I never keep Rattata. I don't think Rattatat's a good Pokemon when it grows up to Eradicate. Um, so I don't know. We'll see. We can finally move on. Uh, That's what I want to catch. Dun, 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 dun. I wonder how trading works. Like, it's just done online. I think they said there's no like NSO support in this game, right? But you know, do we just get like close to each other? That'd be kind of cool if they like made you get close to each other again. Because that was one of those things like that made Pokemon so cool is that if like your friend had one copy, you had the other copy, you kind of have to meet up in person, connect, and then from there, like play, like or not play, like trade and stuff like that. That was super cool, and I guess I kind of missed that, like that level of like everyone's doing this together. And Scarlet and Violet, like I really tried to like have that. I remember, I mean, like, maybe it's just because like way older, so like completely different vibe. But I remember in when Scarlet and Violet came out, I had Violet. I had a buddy at work who had Scarlet, and like we tried to battle each other, and like it was so janky that it was just not as fun as like I wanted it to be. So that I don't know, that definitely hampered like what could have been like a re-entry into oh no, I've had my coffee and that's what I need to get. Oh yeah, 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 I forgot about this. Whenever you catch a Pokemon, the Pokedex automatically updates its data. You don't know how to catch a Pokemon. No, we do. No, we just caught Pokemon already. We don't need to do this anymore. We did this already. I forgot Weedle was a Pokemon that exists, to be honest. Ugh. Brother man. Brother man. Let me show you the two Pokemon I just caught back there. What are we doing here? So, like, that's always the funny part I think about Pokemon is like, just, I guess, the onboarding of teaching us things that we already know, you know? And like, I don't know, to each your own, I guess. At least the music, always freaking amazing, man. Love the freaking music. Obtain the Teachy TV. Let's get out of here. Remember in like Golden Silver when this is a Sudowoodo? Are these the same Pokemon here? Yeah, just Pidgeys. Like Ash's Pidgey always made Pidgey look cooler than Pidgey has any right to be, right? Because it grows up to like what Pidgeotto, Pidgeotto, yeah, Pidgeotto. Um, and as much as like Pokemon's like a machine nowadays, like it's like obviously it's like definitely like this, you know, money printer. Um, they must have put so much work in like just creating that foundation of like what works in a Pokemon game, from like Pokemon designs to naming to like, you know, creating a world. I don't know. They just did it so well. So like mad props to them. Yeah, we don't have any antidotes. Was there anyone here who poisoned us? Oddish, I think, was here. Oh, they have Weedle and no Caterpie because you could get Beedrill, not Butterfree, right? That's how that one worked. And then the other person would have to have the Caterpie, and then you would trade. That's the only way you get Butterfree. So that's why, cause I remember thinking, I was like, I think Beedrill is cooler than Butterfree, but I never had a Beedrill on my team. Yeah, we gotta go back and get antidotes if we're gonna go through Viridian Forest. Oh, Pikachu. I did not know Pikachu was in Viridian Forest like that. Leech Seed. What's crazy too is like Pikachu's another one. Like I don't think I ever had a Pikachu on my team. So maybe that's the move. Maybe we go Pikachu. So that take care. So Pikachu would take care of Electric. So that we'd have Pikachu, Bulbasaur. Pikachu. Like such a just like Pikachu, man, such an iconic character. Like they must like the person who made Pikachu must be like patting himself on the back, like yo, we freaking did it, bro. That's cool, man. Do they still have like that dun 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 dun? Do they still have like that whole same sound effect in all like the Pokemon games to this day? Alright, let's get out of here real quick. I wonder if there's like, I mean, obviously there's people who like did not play Fire, like, or even just Red and Blue in general, like, what their reaction, like, if you got brought on with like Scarlet and Violet or something, and you play Red and Blue, like, are you just like, what the hell am I looking at? Like, I don't know. I feel like though it's still like Pokemon at its core, right? Like Pokemon is still Pokemon, like nothing changes there. But I wonder if like you grew up with like the like what if you grew up with the nostalgia of like Pokemon is janky, like how people have like for Skyrim and stuff like that, where there's like, oh yeah, the jank is part of the charm. I might grind out that Pikachu real quick. He won't help me for Brock, but still want a Pikachu. Ever need antidotes? Ooh, wait. Oh yeah, it's only 4. Damn, I ran through Cash quick. That damn. Like Pokemon was a real RPG like that. Like they really made you grind and like, conserve and choose your team wise. Like damn, Pokemon. Maybe they need. I know like there's like Nuzlocke and stuff, but I feel like they should just add like a hard mode or maybe like a Pokemon Classic mode for like I don't know if you guys ever play like Dragon Quest 11 where like there's like the regular game and then they have like you can turn it to like a pixel style game. That was pretty cool. Maybe they should do that. Did that crash? Are we back again? Hmm. Let's see. Testing. I think we're back. All right. Seems like we're back. Let me. All right, cool. We're back. Let's do this. Bim, 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 bim. bring it, Weedle. Does Thundershock even do damage? Yeah, it does a little bit of damage. But then it does paralysis. That was like the whole good thing about it. I'm gonna switch him out. And I had faith Pikachu can do it, but just to be safe. I remember Gyarados, not Lapras. Gyarados was the Pokemon I always had for water. Cause you get your Magikarp, and I remember you have to do the thing where you would put Magikarp in the front, swap him out or whatever, and then bring out like any other Pokemon to finish a job. Maybe we just catch a Kakuna. And I remember the same thing with like Caterpie Metapod. You don't evolve your Caterpie immediately. You want to make sure you keep your Caterpie until he knows Headbutt at least. That way when you get a Metapod, he can attack. He doesn't just harden all the time. Such a cool idea though. Like just a Pokemon that just like gets like deeper and deeper defense, so like it just becomes harder to beat him or whatever. I'm catching Kakuna because I don't wanna. I don't know. I'm not gonna go through the whole Weedle thing. I might eventually like grind him out just for the Beedrill of it all, but if I could find a Beedrill somewhere later on, I might just catch that because I don't have the want to go do the whole evolve a Beedrill, etc. Even though Beedrill is a super cool Pokemon, I think he looks super sick. I think he looks like scary, especially I remember the episode where Beedrill, like there's a bunch of Beedrills that just attack Ash in the squad, you know? Dude, old school Pokemon too, like that anime was pretty crazy. It did good. Sorry. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Text message. Let's mess this Weedle up. Maybe I should have nicknamed Pikachu. Like just call him Ash's Pikachu. And I feel like he's one you needed a Thunderstone to evolve to Raichu, I believe. Let's go out. Let's go through Viridian City. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, they do have Caterpie. Okay. They do have Caterpie and Weedle? Interesting. So was that just in Red and Blue? Or was that just not a thing? Did I just make that up in my head? Now I'm confused. Ooh. Amelia's paralyzed. I just never wanted to get a Beedrill. I know for sure Butterfree was the Pokemon who could learn a Psychic move. So like, because you can't have all the types in your roster, you wanted to make sure you would find a way to have Pokemon that can learn other types of like like other types of moves, right? Like I remember Gold and Silver, I would use Typhlosion because later on he could learn like the punches, like he could learn like Thunder Punch or Ice Punch. Did he learn Ice Punch? He could learn Ice Punch. Crazy. potion, use Pikachu. Oh, maybe I was pressing B on accident. Yay, more balls. Pikachu grew to level 4. Grinding's not that hard in this game. I think once you have your team solidified, it's not that bad to be grinding so much. What up, Pikachu? Maybe I should switch to another Pokemon. Maybe they're immune to paralysis too. Let's bring out Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur! Oh, Bubba. Bubba's die. We'll just leech seed that way in case I get paralyzed. Paralyzed? In case I get paralyzed, I have, you know, damage coming out, coming in. Love it, die. Wait, what? Where do we go? Is it all the way to the right, up, left, that way? Oh, shit. Get out of here, Metapod. Oh. Now we're storing Pokeballs to catch Pokemon and I ran out. That's why you can never have too many Pokeballs. Yeah. Pokeballs for you, Pokeballs for him. Check under your seats, Pokeballs for everyone. Oh shoot, that's another thing I forgot about PP. Like the fact that you go run out of a move is kinda crazy. Do they have that in the newer games too, where it's just like random items? Because again, I know I played Scarlet and Violet. A lot of it was a blur. A lot of it became at a certain point, it was just how do I catch every Pokemon I can, you know? And then Leaf Green, Fire Red. We had Safari Zone. Is this the one with Safari Zone in it? Or am I tripping on that one? I think, and I remember I used to think that if you mash like a button, it would catch the Pokemon better, and I don't think that's a thing at all. I don't want to waste too much on a fucking Metapod either. So yeah, and I'm just no, we're not wasting any more Pokeballs on this one. No way, sir. Not for a fucking Metapod. I just don't want to level one up later. Boom. Sorry. Damn, that Pikachu actually leveled up really quickly. Yeah, that was pretty quick. Okay, that's our first training that we run into. Hey, yeah, Pokemon, come on, let's battle. I don't know. There's just something so like, I know nostalgia is obviously it, but like the early Pokemon games, like they hit so hard. They do such a good job of being like just good, comfy games, you know? And I feel like that's something that like obviously we want Pokemon to grow, but I feel like you can grow in ways that aren't like throwing away what works, I guess. Pikachu is kind of a beast, bro. I know obviously we're just messing up like Caterpies and Weedles and stuff like that, but he's putting in work. He's doing the damn thing, you know? Do I have? Because the problem is we're gonna run out of PP. Let's go back. Let's go back. Because like it's like the PP is a thing that I'm gonna be honest, I've kind of forgot about that is a resource you need to manage, I guess. Dun, 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 dun. They like announced that like Pokemon like I guess MP3 player or whatever with cartridges. And as much as like I have no interest in that, part of it is pretty kick-ass, to be honest. I really wish they announced like like a Game Boy Mini, I guess, or something like that. Like or that'd be pretty cool. I know like that's pretty stupid. The Game Boy is already small as hell, but just something like I don't know. As much like I feel like we give so much love to like the consoles, obviously, but the handheld consoles for a long time carried, bro. Especially like at least for me for Nintendo, like because I grew up with NES, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube. I definitely wasn't as interested in the GameCube and the Wii as other people were in that during that era. But the like the DS, the Game Boy Advance, like love those. Like those were like for me, those were the Nintendo consoles of the era. A large part due to Pokemon, you know. I remember I had to get a DS because I wanted to play what is it, Diamond and Pearl. Like Diamond and Pearl was like such a like I remember when my friend first showed me, his copy. I think he had Pearl, but just seeing like all the like what they had like did they have karaoke? They had like some type of mini game in that one. I forgot what it was. And you can like decorate all your Pokemon or stuff like that. Like I don't know, there was just a lot more added to that one than there was to like the OG Pokemons, obviously. Because at that point I was still like probably like on my like 20th run of like Yellow or whatever. Because like I would just grind out like old school Pokemon from like Yellow, Red. I had Crystal. We had Crystal and Silver and Gold. We had Gold, Crystal, and Silver. I don't know why we had all three. Um, this was back when like too like retro games were so affordable back then too. Like nowadays, Jesus, so expensive. But like a loose copy of Pokemon was like 15-20 bucks at the time. That was a good time to be like a game collector, I guess. I wish I kept all that stuff. Ugh. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I could play Pokemon probably like calling off work or whatever and just staying home playing Pokemon. That sounds like a good ass day, bro. Like, do I want to go up? Bam, 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 bam. Pika, pika. What up, bro? Drink Bulbasaur. As long as he doesn't use Thunder Shock. Oh, fuck, paralyzed. Oh, yeah, if you touch him, you get paralyzed. I forgot about that. That's such a cool idea. Like, other RPGs should take notes on what Pokemon did. I remember when I was younger too, like my brother who like one of my older brothers who had like grown up playing Final Fantasy and stuff like that, and he wanted to try Pokemon because he saw how obsessed we were with Pokemon, and then I had to teach him how to like all the tech of like what types are weak against what types and like the brow like and obviously like he knew like the basic functions of turn-based like because he grew up playing like Final Fantasy, like the OGs on like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, etc. Um, but thinking about it like now, like that Pokemon kind of did a lot of, you know, really I don't want to say advanced stuff for like RPGs, but think of all these different types that do damage to each other, and if you touch certain people, like I think the closest thing, like I remember Final Fantasy had like what if you do fire damage, you can heal in your fire type, like Ifrit in Final Fantasy X can fire himself to heal himself, etc. So like that stuff is pretty cool, and I feel like Pokemon had that really cool where like you can like, for example, like Pikachu being touched paralyzes you because he's an electric type. That stuff is pretty cool. bam, 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 bam. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, this Pikachu is he's gonna do good stuff. He's gonna go a long way, this Pikachu. Or maybe we just never evolve. Maybe we never evolve him to Raichu. Maybe we do the Ash thing and just keep him Pikachu forever. Maybe we do the Ash thing and just do all the stupid things we could do, like never evolve our Pokemon. Let him go whenever they find like. What if I just like run into some like somewhere and I'm just like I'm gonna leave Bulbasaur in Saffron City for no reason. That's man, that anime, bro. That anime. Were you able to, was like there a way you're able to like, re-challenge trainers? I I feel like that was in one of the games where they introduced that. Like, but maybe I'm crazy. Wow. Hey, wait up. What's the hurry? Why the rush? Not a lot of stuff. Like Pikachu doesn't get poisoned often or anything like that. Like he's pretty durable so far, at least going through this. Cause I feel like Bulbasaur was just getting poisoned and paralyzed and like everything in the world happening to Bulbasaur. Pikachu kind of clutched this Viridian Forest out for us. Don't remember that being that easy. No, I mean obviously I was younger, so like I don't know. Obviously it was harder. And was this? No, this wasn't it. What's here? Super effective, right? Yeah. I still remember the weaknesses and types. Oh, Pewter City. That was the first city. I mean, I probably should grind up Bulbasaur so that I could do super effective against the gym. If I could just need, I just need like Leech Seed is not the most solid. What is it? Grass type. That being said, I'm pretty sure the Nidorino. Oh hey, Phoenix Gaming, what's up? Like, I'm pretty sure there's like above there's a Nidoran or whatever, and I think I want that on my team. Just because like Nidoking is one of the is just one of the coolest looking Pokemon in the world. Like him, right on. I chose Bulbasaur. I've kind of always loved Bulbasaur. Just gonna take me there. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Did you? Yeah, I did catch Pikachu, and I never used Pikachu like that before. Um, and honestly, Pikachu's kind of a goat. So far right now, we pretty much caught everything we could. We have Bulbasaur starting off. We caught Pikachu. I grinded out to like level 9 real quick because he kind of tanked Viridian Forest. And these guys just caught him just to have him for the Pokédex, but I don't plan on keeping any of them. I've always had Pidgey since I first started playing Pokemon, so like I don't plan on keeping Pidgey anymore this time. But we'll see how that goes. And I guess maybe I shouldn't have grinded Pikachu because he's not really going to help us for Brock. So I think I should probably like, because right now Bulbasaur only has like Leech Seed and Tackle, and I don't think that's not going to really help me out a lot. So maybe I should just grind him out real quick before we take on Brock. How you doing, Desiree, man? You good? Did you end up spending the 20 bucks on Fire Red Leaf Green like some of us? I wonder what the next. I think it's like what Razor Leaf is like the next move Bulbasaur learns. Oh shit! I shouldn't have unleashed it again. Jesus, that hard, man. Maybe that's why Pikachu was able to tank this because he, you know, Thunder Shock is a special attack versus. So that makes sense. The game 15. I feel like they did so much work to make Caterpie look way better than Weedle. Like, I know Weedle has, like, the horn is cool. I mean, I guess it since he turns to Beedrill, like, it makes sense. But he reminds you of those little bugs in like Super Mario 64. Jesus. There you go, Vine Whip. Alright, and I think with that we can probably mess up Brock. I think Brock only has like one trainer in his gym before Brock, and then it's Brock. And if I remember, he has like what, two Geodudes and an Onyx? Bam, 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 bam. Alright, let's do this Boba. $10,000. I love how like Brock and Misty became like characters in the anime. My thing that I always like, and maybe they did answer this in the anime, but I don't really remember it. But I remember Misty leaves because Misty wasn't really the real gym leader, it's her sisters. Brock, who does he leave his gym with? Did or did he just like leave it? He had a family, I remember that, but I don't remember. Oh, his dad. I think his dad came back. Fine, whip our way to victory. Yeah, I remember this being like such a hard luck gym if you go with Charmander, like, and I remember growing up, I was always like Charmander Stan, and just having such a rough go at it because just going through Brock and then Misty, like that's such a rough, rough path for that fire guy. Wahaha, you're going to challenge me knowing that you'll lose? That's the trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. What I remember too about Brock that was so funny in the anime is like the like episode one with Brock, he's like this cool, like dark guy. Like it's like just such a cool guy off rip. And then he just becomes such a joke, perverted like why is that the route that they chose for Brock? Got you. Jesus. Good shit, Bulbasaur, man. Way to just tank that guy. Onyx is a cool, like another like just super dope character. I feel like Gen 1 Pokemon again, like just super solid, man, all of them. Like there's nothing that I can look at Gen 1 that I'm like, oh, that Pokemon's not that cool. Maybe it's like nostalgia because like I don't know, Rattatat's not that cool, but like looking back, I'm like, yeah, Rattata wasn't bad at all by no means. Wait, take this with you. Your team teaches the move it contains, so Pokemon ATM is good for only one use. So when you use one, pick the Pokemon carefully. Rock Tomb. Can anyone have learned that? No. I know a lot of people were like saying shit for people who like, not even for people, just like the Pokemon company were making this game like $20 or whatever. But $20 for Pokemon like Leaf Green Fire Red, like that's not bad. I understand like maybe like the $40 for both is kind of, I guess sounds like a little egregious, but I don't know. It's one of the greatest games of all time, to be honest. Like that's good. Potions, 2 Pokeballs. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? I've been asked to deliver this, so here you go. Press the beat button to run, but only where there's room to run. Dear Red, here's a pair of running shoes for my beloved. Oh, from his mom. Okay. I was like, if that's from Professor Oak, that's kind of crazy. I think what you had Clefairy in this area and Chansey. I think no, that's not Chansey. I think Chansey was in the Safari Zone. I think we can find Clefairies here and Jigglypuff. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, let's mess these boys up. Bam. Yeah, we'll switch to Pikachu. Damn, Pikachu and Bulbasaur, that's a deadly combo going into Misty. Like we're gonna wreck her.